Hey everybody, in today's video, I'm going to show you how you can create a chart like this that shows break-even analysis that shows you your revenue, your costs, and then your loss, and also your profit at different production levels. So let's get started. In this table, I've got a break-even analysis where I've got units sold, total revenue, total cost, and my profit or loss. But I don't just want to go ahead and put this on a chart right away, just because right now it's not going to shade in those areas like I had it on the chart. And what I want to do is show that shading to highlight how big the profit and how big the loss is at these different levels of productivity. So I'm going to create a couple of extra fields to help me with that. The first one, I'm just going to call my bottom area. This is the area that's going to be blank. And the reason it's blank is I'm going to create a stacked area chart. The idea being that this bottom area, this is where I want the lowest value to be, basically where my starting point of that area chart to be. So for this example, what I'm going to do to calculate this is just to use the min function to take a look at what the smallest value was between the revenue and the cost. So the idea being, in this first example, revenue was 0, cost was 5,000, so my loss was 5,000. So in this example, I want the white area to start, or the bottom area to be at 0, just because it's going from 0 up to 5,000. If I copy this down, I'm going to show you what I mean here. So on this next area here, this is going to start at 2,500 because that is the lowest value. So it's going to go from 2,500 up until 6,000. That's the area that's going to get shaded in. So I'm going to also set up a field here for my loss area and my profit area, because I want to highlight these areas differently based on whether it's a loss or it's a profit. Now, an easy way to do this is I'm just going to set up an if statement to say, if it's a loss, so if this value is less than 0, then I'm going to take the absolute value of this, which all it does is it's basically just flipping this to a positive, making sure this is a positive number. Otherwise, 0. So if it's a loss, then it's going to pull in that value. And if it's not a loss, it's just going to return a 0. So I'm just going to copy this formatting over. And while I'm at it, I'm also going to copy the shading that I have here, the outline, just to make it consistent. So now I'm also going to do the same thing for the profit area. In this case, it's going to be the same logic, but this time I'm looking at the profit to see if, or the profit or loss to see if it's greater than 0. And then if it is, take the absolute value of that, which would be positive anyway. So I really don't even need to set absolute value since it would be a positive. But just for the sake of consistency, I'm going to leave it as the same sort of formula that I had for the loss. So here we've got the loss, here we've got the profit. So if you'll notice, what I'm doing here is effectively adding these up, all these values up to 5,000 to the high point. Here I've got 6,000, so 2,500 plus 3,500 is 6,000. 2 plus 5 is 7. 75 plus 500, that's 800. 9 plus 1 is 10. 10 plus 2,500 is 12,500, and so on. 11 plus 4 is 15. Basically, we want to fill in the area chart properly. So now that I've got these values set up, I can now go ahead and create my chart. I'm going to go to Insert, open up Charts, and under All Charts, I'm going to select Combo. And for the bottom area, loss area, and profit area, I'm using a stacked area chart because they're going to stack on top of one another. Actually, I'll stacked area. There we go. And then for units sold, I'm going to remove this one, but revenue, I'm just going to use a line with markers. Same with cost. Profit, I don't really need either, so I'm going to remove that. So I'm going to click on OK. And that's what it looks like right now. So I'm going to remove some of these values. Right click, select data. And I'm going to remove units sold and profit. And for the revenue cost area, I'm going to update the axis here, just so my label range is the units sold, because that's really what I'm interested in, is to saying at this level of productivity, this is what the profit and costs are. So now everything's referencing that same category. I'm going to click on OK. So now it looks a bit better. What I'm going to do for this bottom area, the whole point of this bottom area is to set it so that it is a clear formatting, so no fill color. So basically it looks blank, but I need it because that's my bottom area, basically as my starting point for where the shaded part is going to begin. So that's how it makes this work properly. And now at this point, it's really just a matter of formatting this chart to how you want it to look. So if I select this line for the revenue, I may use a fill color that's green, an outline that's green as well, just to make it clear that that's revenue. And then for the cost, I'll use a red color and a red fill as well, just to make it clear that that's cost. And for the loss area, what you may want to consider doing is also utilizing a pattern. So if I right-click Format the Data Series and click on the fill bucket over here, there's an option to use a pattern fill. So let's say I want to use a red fill color for a loss, and then it's just a matter of determining which pattern I may want to use to highlight that this is a loss. So I'll use that one for my losses. And then for this value over here, where I've got my profit area, I'm going to do the same thing. Use a pattern fill as well. But this time, instead of red, I'm going to use green. And again, it's really just a matter of how you want it to look, what kind of pattern you want it to look like and resemble. And I'm just going to change this to just call it a break-even chart. And I don't need this legend here just because, well, it's really optional whether you want to include it or not. Basically, it looks pretty self-explanatory in terms of green being the revenue, the red being the cost, this being the loss, this being the profit. What I may want to do is perhaps just add some grid lines here. So if I go to chart design, add chart element, and add the grid lines going vertically, so it's a lot easier now to see what this is. Now my axis here is not aligned with these lines, so what I'm going to do is right-click Format Axis and click on the option so it's on the tick marks. Now it's a lot easier to read, so we can see at 500 units, this is our cost, this is our revenue, this difference is our profit. So now it's a lot easier to see what our chart looks like, what our break-even analysis looks like visually, as opposed to just looking at a table. So that's how we can set this up in Excel and do a break-even analysis really easy using area charts. The key thing to remember is to set up that bottom area just to make sure that you are starting from the smallest value. And that's where you can use the min function to do that. So I hope you found this video useful and you did learn something. If you did, please make sure to leave a like and subscribe for more. Thanks for watching.